Hey everyone, welcome to TroyBoyGaming. We are back with some more Pokemon Renegade Platinum, and I have messed up a wee bit. So I recorded 2 episodes of our lovely little playthrough that we've got going on before realising that my microphone was not working during that entire time. So fun and games were had, which means that we've lost a little bit of progress, or rather you've lost it, because I've still got it because I'm here, but I can't go back and fix it, I'm afraid. So I'm just gonna have to recap now. Luckily nothing too dramatic happened, so there's a few points that occurred during that time, but it was mostly just me traveling to the next bit that we needed to go to. So we started off in Eterna, and I am currently on this route here, which is 216. So Eterna City is here. I had to go to Mount Coronet, go up, and we got here. How that took me 2 episodes, we'll never know. So I checked out a few things. Now, the reason we had to come here was to find Gardenia, because she wasn't at the gym. So we found her. She was stood right here looking out of this window at this little rest house. And now we are fully healed and able to go back down, but nothing dramatic happened team-wise. So we've still got Turbo, the War Turtle, but they learnt Water Pulse at long last, so no more bubbling for us. We've still got Polly, the Grottle, who I taught Cut to. So Cut in this game is a grass-type move, which does 60. Which is slightly better than Razor Leaf and more accurate, but I've kept Razor Leaf for now as well, just in case. No changes happened to our Boris, no changes happened to Megatron, same for Mistra, and same for Pupper. So the actual team start the same, but we do have some new additions, which I will show you when we get back to the Pokemon Center. However, I don't know if I'm supposed to go back to Eterna, or if they want me to try and get up to Snow Point. Let's just check the town map again. I mean, it's a bit of a trek, isn't it? They didn't really tell me what to do. She was just like, oh, thanks for finding me. We'll base it all on how this fight goes. I always play for keeps. This isn't practice. So obviously this is Snowy Place. It'd be nice to catch an ice type. So I remember this going a lot differently before, and I don't know if it's because this is Platinum. Yeah, so I was saying in the last one that I seem to remember it taking me to... I can fight this guy at the same time, can't I? We've got Bite for the Mr. Mime. I remember us going a different route, and maybe it's because this is the Platinum bit. Oh my god, that was a crit. Turbo, what's your problem? Yeah, I don't think we should go further down that route. So who's most likely to be able to tank a Mr. Mime? I want to say Megatron. Oh wait, Mr. Mime's fairy now, so he resists dark, but is also psychic. So it's neutral, so that's why it didn't do a million to him, I'm guessing. That's what I'm going to go with. So if I use a steel move, because I know the types, you should have seen me in the last episode. I was like nailing the fairy typing, you wouldn't have believed it. We also had a lengthy conversation about what is normal type, because... yeah, what's normal? Like, the other types make perfect sense, but normal, is it like someone's just brought the cat? Normal. And when they introduced fairy type, a lot of normal types became fairy, like Clefairy. That's how we got onto the subject. Jigglypuff did the exact same thing. But then some were just like, oh, normal still. And then others added fairy, like Mr. Mime. He was already psychic. So who knows what happened there. I feel like I'm all over the place because we spoke about quite a few things in between, because we were just kind of travelling through. We were just having a lovely little chat. And you know, as much as it would have been lovely for everybody to sit and stare at me in silence, I don't feel like it would be the most entertaining thing in the world. So yeah, so they made us come this way. So we had to go up to find Gardenia. I travelled down the bike path before realising that they've blocked it off and I can't actually get down the bike path. So that's exciting. That's the Nuzlocke taken care of. So then they made me come to Mount Coronet and go up. We couldn't go to Celestic Town because a man wanted to sell us a Slowpoke tail, which is just rude, to be quite honest with you. Let's let Boris... Oh, wait. It's bound to know Aerial Ace into your Scyther. Probably a poor choice. Never mind. We'll see how we get on. Scyther is cool, isn't he? I thought I didn't have Aerial Ace then. Oh, Wing Attack. Oh, Boris. That didn't go very well for you. Okay. Megatron, you know... Rock something. Rock Tomb? That'll be 4 times effective. Night Slash. Ooh. Okay, at least it's not stab. Should have switched to Pupper. At least they would have intimidated him. I mean, Megatron's not going to tech this hit, are they? What else have we got? Pupper's also not going to take a hit, but at least they can get the Intimidate off first, right? I don't know what happened from the last route to this route, but they're all insane. There we go, we've done that. Oh. Oh, I'm guessing they did that because I didn't have much health left, maybe? Bit rude. It's alright, because he's going to die to the hail soon. Mistra, you're not weak to dark. Or flying, for that matter. We'll go with a shockwave just for the crack. Why is this Cypher like the absolute boss of the game? I mean, these are ace trainers, but still. There, done. Not me not having a single priority move on my team. Oh, well done, Megatron. Hey, Mr. gained a level 2. You'll love to see it. There is a point that we did in the last episode that I will get onto, but I'm gonna wait until we get back to town. Yes, so we're not doing this. Can I go back to this house and rest up, pretty please? Yeah. So the advantage to coming this way, and what I should really do before we go back, is just check out the grass and just see. We'll pop Pupper up front. Because I would like to know what Pokemon we could potentially catch. So ice types are one of my favourite, but they always give them far too late into the game for my liking. A Swinub? Swinub? Swinub, that's right, like a swine. It's a pig. So it's starting to hail. We've intimidated it. Okay. We'll bite it because it's basically the only thing Pupper can do that's not super effective, right? It flinched, which is just great. Ooh, a Mamoswine. I have double ground on the team, but it's not the worst thing that's ever happened, right? Okay, and then we shall start throwing balls at it. So yeah, so taking this detour to go up first is actually just really nice for us. Amazing. Now what would we like to call a Swinub? Okay. He's an ice ground type, he's a pig Pokemon. Has a sensitive nose and can locate mushrooms, berries, and even hot springs buried under ice. If it's a hot spring, why would it be buried under ice? Who knows? Okay, in that case, we're going to call it Snout. Amazing. Let's just see what else there is. I think, oh, mind you, we've also got a grass type. I was going to say I'd prefer a Snover. Ooh, Sneasel. Sneasel would be great. Ice and Dark. I like it. I'm here for it. How do you evolve these things? You have to have like a claw or something? Is it like a razor claw that you need? Ooh, Ice Shard priority move. I was just talking about not having those. Ooh, that was a crit. And it's not effective, which means I can definitely use another one without worrying. Okay. Do you reckon we need one more, or should we just chuck a ball at it and hope for the best? We're getting chipped away ourselves, so let's do one more. Icy Wind. I feel like Sneasels are physical attackers. That did a lot more than the other one did for some reason. Or maybe it didn't, and I just can't see. But it's in perfect catching territory now. So let's do a Pokeball. See, so what you can't see is last time I was catching it, the Swinub, I'm always in the habit of pressing B and down, because there was a rumour when I used to play on the Game Boy that doing that would make it easier to catch them. But I didn't do it this time purely because I was like, what a silly superstition, why do I still do that? And as a result, I didn't catch it, and this time I pressed B and down and caught it. So what are we saying? Secret cheat? I think so. I think that's obviously proving it for us. A smart and sneaky Pokemon. A pair may work together to steal eggs by having one lure the parents away. Oh my days, a sharp claw Pokemon Sneasel. Yeah, we obviously want to give them a nickname. What do we want to nickname them? Okay, I quite like... What was I doing then? Swiper. One, because it steals eggs from people, apparently. Fact. But also, like that fox from Dora the Explorer. Only the, you know, most intellectual references right here. Cool. Would I have liked a Snover as well? Potentially, but do I think we need them? Nah, I can go back and I might do like some catching in between just to get us some more members, but we need to go back. I purposefully didn't fight some of these because I was already getting wrecked on the way down. So which way did I come? I have to remember the way that I came now because there were some trainers you couldn't avoid, like her. But I wanted to avoid everybody down at the bottom. Huh, I guess there was some grass here, but I didn't run into any Pokemon doing that. There we go. Right. We'll pop Turbo back up front to help us get through the cave, although the cave was mostly Zubats, but never mind. And I will pop a Repel, because as I learned the last time, this caveman hates us, so... in there was some Nevermelt Ice. Never know how you should say that. And then I didn't get this Pokeball on the way up because I went past it. But we can get it now. A prism scale. What's a prism scale meant to be? We'll have to find out together. A prism scale, a mysterious scale that causes a certain Pokemon to evolve. It shines in rainbow colours. Ooh. What evolves already? That wasn't 100 steps. You're absolutely making that up. Oh, we found some stones as well. So we found an ice stone, which I'm guessing is to evolve an Eevee into a Glaceon. We found a fire stone, which is very much going to be needed for our Growlithe. A water stone, which we don't need right now, but you never know. And we did find a second moonstone, which is going to be needed for Clefairy at some point. So I did a little bit of looking up in between. And I think around level... Oh, I didn't check for Clefairy, but Pupper, we should wait until around like level 34-ish to evolve them into an Arcanine. Because that's when they start getting better moves as an Arcanine than what they've got as a Growlithe. Did I not use another Repel? Apparently I didn't, because I was too busy looking at all the items that we got in between. So, Repel. Thank you. Okay. That was the way to the town that it wouldn't let me go to, which is called... I think I jinxed it, didn't I? I was just about to say I think I can make it through, but we can't. We just can't. What is that town called? It's like the little ruined town place. What are we saying? This one. Celestic Town, that was the one. Okay. Here we go. I don't think I actually ran into anything in this grass the first time round. A Meditite. Not interested, I'm afraid. Thank you very much for appearing. We had a... whatever it evolves into, Medicham, in a different one, right? And it was good. So this house, this little guy here, tells you what would have been written on the sign of the Pokemon statue that's here. And I can't figure out, is this supposed to be Dialga or is it supposed to be Palkia? Because it looks like it could be either of them. Does the sign change depending on which version you play in? It's not Giratina, is it? Forgot what this house was. Oh, that's right. They sell the herbs, but they're bitter and Pokemon don't like them. So why on earth would I give them to my Pokemon? Even if they are a bit cheaper than the normal potions. Okay. We're back up to full. So the other thing that happened, it happened in this very town, sort of, is next to the Pokemon Center is the Underground Man's house. He gave me the Underground kit, but we didn't go there. But there is a woman in the bottom corner. I'll show you her just in case you're playing. And don't speak to every single person in the town. This lady here gave us one of each of the fossils, which, if you go to Orberg Town, which we did, you can cash them in and get them turned into actual Pokemons. So let's have a little look through those Pokemon, because there's a potential that one of them might be joining the team. Let's have a little look at these new members first, though. So we've got Snout, the Swinub. Snowcloak raises evasion in a hailstorm, which is nice, and it's got Mud Sport, Powder Snow, Ice Shard, and Bulldoze. Not a bad moveset. And then we have got Swiper the Sneasel, the Dark Ice type. Cannot flinch. I mean, that's handy. Helps against that fake out move that very much annoys me. And they know Icy Wind, Feint Attack, Fury Swipes, and Ice Shard. Interesting. They've got a neutral nature, so finally a Pokemon that's nature's not out to get me. But we've got one of each of the fossils, so let's go over them. So we have got Ridley, the Aerodactyl, Rock Head, so they cannot be recoiled. And they know Rock Slide, which I taught them from a TM, which you get from that lady if you show her the Aerodactyl after you've revived it. And Wing Attack, but that's about it for them. We've got Squirm, the Omanyte, Shell Armor, and Aurora Beam, Mudshot, Rollout, and Bite. And then because they give you multiple, and I didn't realise this right away, we've got a second Squirm who is exactly the same, except they have Swift Swim instead of Shell Armor. We've got Reaper the Kabuto, which I really like the idea of having a Kabuto. Another thing is Kabutops also rock water? I mean, I don't love the 4 times weak to grass types, but cannot be critical hitted, because that's how you say that. Aqua Jet, Rollout, Mudshot, and Rock Slide. I feel like these would be physical attackers, so although Mudshot's good, might not be long term. Venus, the Lileep, because it's like a Venus flytrap, sort of, if you look at it and squint a little bit, right? I don't know what it's actually supposed to be, but it's got Ingrain, Confuse Ray, Ancient Power, and Barrier. Rock Grass, not really my favourite type, so won't be using that. And similar for Arthur are Anorith, Aqua Jet, Fury Cutter, Ancient Power, and Bug Bite, and also Swift Swim. And then the 2 that I also really like, so we've got Hank the Tank, who is Rock Steel, Metal Sound, Takedown, Iron Defense, Rock Slide. Don't think we're going to be using them though, because we have got Megatron or Metang. And Juggernaut or Cranados. Now I remember this being a beast at not the gym in this playthrough, because I think we overleveled a little bit if I'm being honest, but we needed to because this game's brutal. They also cannot be recoiled, and they've got Takedown, so they can make use of that straight away. And they've got Rock Slide. But yeah, so that is our little fossil collection that we've got on the go. Now, Kabuto looks shiny in this little icon-y thing, but they're not. And I don't know what's with that. Is that a visual glitch, or is that just what the icon looks like? Who indeed knows? So yeah, so that is our little collection of fossils that we have on the go. So we are back. Now, I'm just trying to recall if there was anything else that I left out. So we're a little bit boxed in at the moment, so we can't go south until we get the ability to change gears on our bike. We don't get that until we can go to the Cycling Man, but the Cycling Man is in the Galactic warehouse. He's gone off to the Galactic building and hasn't returned. And we can't go to the Galactic building until we have the gym badge, because if we go to this guy here, he's all like, no, you don't even have a gym badge. The forest badge is what we need to do that. So we're very much boxed in at the moment, so we've got no choice. We had no choice but to go and find Gardenia. And like I say, I did not like how not underleveled we were, but felt a little bit underleveled for that place. But then we saw well, I don't know if we know who he is. We saw Cyrus, who is the head of Team Galactic, but we might not know that yet. Stood outside of this statue, which has been torn off, and we'll just do it just so you can see what it says. This chap here tells you what all of the signs say. Someone's ripped off the descriptive plate from the Pokemon statue. Now no one can read the inscription. Why would someone do that? Actually, want to know what it said? Like, he's got it written down, so he's got the solution the whole time. The first inscription went like this, sort of. Creation of Dia, giver of time. In laughter there is tears, and likewise The same flows the blessings of deer. Yikes, I've forgotten big chunks of it. Want to hear the other inscription? I mean, with, you know, amazing recall like that, how could we not? The second inscription went sort of like this. Birth of Pal, creator of parallel dimensions, alive yet not alive. Schrodinger's Pokemon. Rifts in space, to arrive in the same universe, the blessing of Pal. I've heard some people talk about there once being a third inscription. I'm kind of skeptical though. I mean, think about it. A third Pokemon alongside those that control time and space? Foreshadowing. There couldn't possibly be a Pokemon that mighty. So there we go. So that's the inscriptions that were on there. Obviously, that is talking about Dialga and Palkia. And the other thing that's just happened recently is on Pokemon TCGP, they've just released a new packs, which is Dialga and Palkia. So how on brand is that? It's almost like I knew, but I didn't, because how would I? Okay. And that is us about all caught up. So yeah, I'm sorry that we missed out on a little chunk of stuff, but there was just no good way for me to go back. I didn't have like save states from just before, so we either had to have replayed through massive chunks and then something might be different. So I hope that my little recap of what happened suffices. But yeah, thank you so much for watching though. In the next one, we're going to be taking on the gym, so I'm going to do a tiny bit of grinding, I think, for that, because I feel like we're going to be really underleveled. Yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And other than that, I will see you next time.